It's become one of those cliches, Colby, and I was talking to a Sunderland fan earlier in the week who says that they get an awful lot of this. The idea that they get measured against other clubs. It's always going to be a highlight, isn't it? How different are you expecting this weekend to be to last year, going to that vast stadium with no supporters in, and now there's probably going to be 30,000 there?
Yeah, it's strange, you know. It's always, since I've come to this club, it's one of the things I've been looking forward to, like playing the Sunderlands away, Portsmouth away. And when you go to them grounds without fans, as much as it's still like a spectacle playing at those grounds, it's not the same, is it? And you know, I think they're still getting like 30,000. 30,000 to play in front of 30,000 people anywhere is a tremendous feat, and I think we thrive off those kind of atmospheres. So we're looking forward to it.
Having been there, and in your case, scored a goal and got a thrilling 3-3 draw last season, empty. Does that help you get used to the conditions and the environment and the kind of behind the scenes stuff before you get 30,000 people screaming at you?
Yeah, I think so. I think once you go there and you know you can get a result, I think it always gives you a bit of positivity going into it. But I feel like even with fans, it can help you, or it can go the other way. You know, if they start getting on their backs, and it could help us, but it could go the other way. So I think we're just looking forward to it, really.
Clearly at home, the fans have had a massive impact and the home record has been absolutely terrific. What has it been like in the away games? Has there been that sense of we need to silence the crowd, try and get them on the home team's case?
You know what? I've not really noticed it that much. I think we'll notice it the weekend because it'll be a lot bigger crowd. But the likes of MK Dons and stuff didn't really notice it that much. But I think, like you say, like these games where there's 30,000 people, I think you're going to know that it's going to make a difference.
It's ludicrously early in the season to even be looking at the league table, but for understandable reasons it's being talked about top of the table clash and the winner will go top and all that kind of thing. Do you need anything to make the stakes higher, or is just going there and playing in that atmosphere and that crowd enough?
You know what I think it is? I think, obviously, here he is, look. Horrible Tash.
Yeah.
I forgot your question now. I've gone now. He's done me, hasn't he?
Do you need the stakes to be?
Oh no,
higher?
I think we know how important it is. I think 3 points at the end of the season, end of the season or the start, it's just as important. Oh God, this has been my life for the last week.
I can imagine.
It's all fun and games, isn't it?
I suppose it is testament to the start to the season and the footballers that go out on the pitch, rather than the history and the size of the club and the infrastructure and all that stuff, that you are on a level playing field and on level pegging with Sunderland, isn't it?
Yeah, I think especially any pitch we go onto in League One, there's never a game where I think, oh my God, these are so much better than us. We know we can beat anyone in this league when we play our best football. So there's no reason why we can't.
Is that something that grows in you the more success that you have? Finishing top half last season, going and winning at Portsmouth on the final day when nothing to play for in inverted commas. Does that just increase with every game you play?
Yeah, I think so. I think it seems to be a knack here that when we play the bigger teams, we always tend to turn up a bit more. Anyway, I don't know what that is, but I think sometimes when you go to those games thinking, oh, this is a bigger club, there's just a bit more in it. And I think, you know, it's proved in the past with the results that we've had. Now,
when we talk to people and go to games, sometimes you get that sense of teams like Accrington Stanley, is what we call it, where they kind of, it's not necessarily patronising, but there's a little bit of looking at the size of the club and looking at the club's history and assuming. Do you sense that as a player sometimes?
Not really, no. I think some fans are always going to have their opinions, aren't they? But it's obviously, as soon as you step onto the pitch, none of us care what they think. I know it sounds horrible, but we're League One footballers, they're League One footballers, and when you get on the pitch, it is what it is, and we're all both playing for the same thing, 3 points.
Now your teammates are being very professional here and intervening.
Don't worry, I'll get them back. Don't worry about that.
I don't doubt that you will for a second. Without going into specifics of why they're taking the mickey out of you now, it's been a very strange couple of weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's strange. Yeah.
How difficult is it to keep your mind on the job in hand? Because John Coleman talked about it quite openly. On the day of the deadline, there was interest, there was a bid, you were named as captain, you played the game. How much focus from you does it need and does it take to concentrate on doing your job?
I mean, it's strange because I've never been through things like this before, you know. So I think it was just one of them where I was taking it with a pinch of salt and just trying to go hour by hour, because it was hour by hour. You know, it was a very strange day. But once you come to football, it's football, isn't it? And everything when you're on the pitch just goes out your head.
And although it's highly irritating when they're interjecting in our interview, is that kind of atmosphere, is that kind of spirit something that kind of helps you enjoy your day
it's
to day and keep your feet on the ground?
I mean, you see me, you know, I like having a laugh with these lot anyway, so it's a bit of banter between us. It's nothing personal. It gets you around it, to be fair, and you know, it's the kind of team spirit we've got here. Nothing's took too personal.
They're famed for it, aren't they? And the individuals are different, but that atmosphere continues.
Yeah, I mean, have you met Harry Powell?
We've just heard him.
Yeah, I mean, everyone does, yeah.
I think we can probably still hear him.
Yeah, you can still hear him here and there, but yeah, we've got a great bunch this year. I know we say this every year, but this year is probably the best we've had just for lads. Like, everyone gets on so well, and I think that's coming onto the pitch, you know, how hard we work together.
And regardless of what else goes on and what has gone on, you clearly love being here.
Yeah, of course, 100%. I love this club. You know, I'm so thankful for the opportunity that they gave me, and for every minute that I'm here, I'm going to work as hard as I can.
And the manager, just lastly, was absolutely full of praise for your professionalism and the way that you conducted yourself, and even the way you played in that EFL Trophy game. That must be nice to hear. And I'm sure there are players that would have gone, I'm not playing.
Yeah, I'm not that type of person. I'm not someone who's going to chuck the toys out the pram and stuff like that. I've always got my opinion on things, but once I'm playing for a club like this, which I love, you know, and done so much for me, I'm not going to be like that.